It was just amazing. It was so good. It's so good. Spoiler alert in this. Plenty of spoilers. What do I say about this? It was just like amazing. Absolutely amazing. It was like, this shit was awesome. I know a lot of people are always looking at the fact that it has to be a spin-off from the Arrow. Arrow, and I think some people were expecting it to be along the similar tones, but it's so much surpassed it. So I've watched the Arrow. I haven't kept up with it because I felt as though in the first season that I didn't quite enjoy it as much as what I heard all the hype. Now, admittedly, I know they say after season 2 it got like really, really good. The thing about The Flash is when I started watching this, even though it had the criticism right from the off of people saying it's not as good as Arrow, it's taking too long, it just seems as though like every week there's just something else that just comes out and turns up. It's just like the way I look to it is that it's a bit like Power Rangers, that what type of monster is going to be here this week is going to try and destroy our hero. And it does start off that way. But as the season went on, you've got this story with the Reverse Flash and Harrison Wells. Okay, there's more to this than just a simple let's line up a different bad guy every week to face the Flash. It's very interesting with the fact that you've got this dynamic of Barry with Joe and Iris, and the fact that he's at least lived with them since a kid, since his mum was murdered at an early age by the Reverse Flash, which we then later find out that's what happened. There's more behind the scenes than what there actually seems to be, and Harrison Wells, even though he's always encouraging and trying to develop Barry as the Flash and trying to make him faster, can always get this sense that there's something more to him. Later in the series you do find out that there actually is a lot more to him, and it's brilliant storytelling. Fantastic props to the writers, the producers, everybody involved in the show. The cast is brilliant. The people who they picked to play in the show, I don't think I was disappointed in anybody. You've got the guy who plays Cisco, Caitlin, you've got Harrison Wells, you've got the guy who plays Flash, Grant Gustin, Tom Cavanagh. Everybody in the show is absolutely fantastic. The guy who plays Joe, there's not a lot of people who know who he's in. He's from Rent. And as soon as he popped up, I was like, I know him, and it's brilliant. It really is fantastic. He plays a brilliant part, everybody does. The guy who plays Eddie, you keep watching the entire series and you think to yourself, I'm not quite sure about Eddie. Eddie is brilliant, plays a massive part in the story. You don't know whether or not he's going to end up being a douche, or whether he turns out to be just a normal guy, or if he turns out to actually be more than that. And I think in season 2 we're going to find that there's more than that. The way that it whole ends is phenomenal. It leaves huge cliffhanger. The whole world's ending, there's black holes opening up, or wormholes opening up above the city. The Flash runs up into it and it just ends with him just leaping into it, which is going to lead to multiple multiverse, surely. It's just got to lead to Earth 2, and then you're going to find out there's so many Easter eggs in it, which I'm not going to go into more detail about, because if you're a fan of The Flash, you will watch it and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. And I can't wait for season 2. We've got so much coming our way. DC Universe is doing fantastically well on the TV shows. Don't get me wrong, I mean, if I kind of go in a bit of down a tangent here, Man of Steel I loved. The whole Batman versus Superman thing, I'm a little bit dubious about it. I need to see it before I pass judgment, because I'm kind of on the fence of the way things are at the moment. So when you see these set videos from Suicide Squad, you kind of think to yourself, okay, that's starting to look interesting. You've got the latest one with Batman on top of the Joker's car as they drive around. I think it's Toronto where they're filming it. It's opening up to a big universe, which is kind of what DC have to do. If DC trying to go darker than Marvel, then credit to them, they're going to try a different route. They're not going with so much humour. But someone like the Flash in there, from what you see in the series, it's very, very true to the comic book. I've read a few of them, so I kind of know a little bit about the Flash. I'm sure there's many people that will probably comment and say, you don't know anything, I know everything about the Flash. My theory for what the wormhole is, the universe rewriting, because at the end of the season, what actually happens, it resets a lot of stuff, because this current universe can't exist. So it'll be interesting to see if the current universe, that what we're used to, is completely erased and completely stops, and the Barry that actually goes into a new multiverse and maybe meets another one of him. Because I also think if you play on it as you go along throughout the season, first time that Barry time travelled, he looked across and he saw another Flash running alongside him, and he thought, oh, they're doing time travel, which is admittedly they were going to do anyway. We kind of knew it was going to go down that line. So he saw himself from a day previous, and then he ends up doing that. When he runs through this time, and he obviously confronts himself to maybe try and stop his mother, the Flash, future Flash, whichever Flash or whichever version of the Flash it is, stops to tell him no. So he knew he was going to do this. It's funny that when I look at other people talking, comments and things like that, nobody's kind of mentioned that, or at least I haven't seen or heard it. The other Flash knew he was going to be there, at least enough to either stop, spot him and tell him no. He holds his hand up and shakes his head. He obviously knew that he was going to come back and do it. and the way to do things, he doesn't stop his mum from being killed. Emotionally, it was a brilliant scene to see. There's got to be more to it. He's in a different suit. He obviously is an alternative or future Flash, or like I say, alternative stroke future Flash. He obviously knows a lot more about our Barry than we're obviously led to believe, which I think is brilliant in the whole sense of the fact with this Legends of Tomorrow thing, they are introducing the time factor, is the fact that Rip Hunter's going to be in it. You have this team with basically misfits that are going to come together as well. Going to introduce this time and multiverse story scenario, which is fantastic, because I think a lot of people, when you do watch the Arrow, I need to get that right. Quite serious, it's down to earth. Obviously, you got the Ra's al Ghul angle, which has happened in the recent season, which can get a little bit more spiritual, everlasting life, that sort of thing, which is what is key to the story. Kind of like how Batman is in the Dark Knight trilogy. This is a guy with a lot of money who can actually do the sort of thing. The Flash opens up that. This is a true comic book show, which is what I love about it. I loved season 1, absolutely loved it. One of those shows that every single week, when Tuesday rolled around, I know we were a week later here in the UK, I could not wait for it. I could not wait for Tuesday to roll around. I don't often do that with a lot of TV shows. Those who are getting the reruns in America, if you haven't watched any of the shows, who kind of heard a glimpse of it, start watching it. If you haven't seen it here or over in the UK, I'm sure they will start repeating from episode 1. Watch it. It is fantastic. You will not be disappointed. Season 2 will be amazing, I'm sure of it. What did you guys think about it? I hope that you get some comments on this. I really want to get some interaction things going. Hit me up on Twitter. Let me know what you think of season 1 of The Flash. I really want to get to know your opinions on it and what you're looking forward to see, hopefully and potentially, in season 2. I'll be back with more videos coming soon. I'll have my last video of Dying Light coming up soon for you, and as well as some recent play that I've had on GTA. Also, guys, let me know of your opinion of The Witcher 3. I'm kind of contemplating getting it. Is it any good? Let me know. Other than that, speak to you guys soon. Leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, and I will see you soon.